Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic day on planet Earth. Well, it would be, but my phone charger stopped working. I've got to be quiet because there's people in sleep. Beautiful day again. So what's happened is my Quadlock, that was it, my Quadlock charger stopped working. Now I think it's because I couldn't wire it permanently. I couldn't hardwire it. I was only testing it, but it's lasted for 12 months, so I'm not bothered. But in here is the battery, the fuse box and everything right down the very front, which is very hard to get at. But well, I've got to take the 3 screws out, pull that out, and then I'll show you inside. I've had to move the bike because my back's bloody hurting today. Anyway, right, so I've taken the panel off. Now the battery itself isn't actually held in apart from with the panel. There's no straps on it. You have got a strap here to pull the battery out. So what I've got to do is take the positive and negative terminals off, which are just screws, literally just screws. Now this side has got the negative, or the earth, for the charger, so I've got to be careful about that one. You can just about see the wire there. So that's the negative, and the positive goes into the back of the fuse box, which I'll show you when I take it out. I've got to give you one warning, right? When you're taking the battery off, it's just those 2 screw terminals. When you're taking the battery off, these nuts sit behind the terminals. Now make sure when you take it out that you're very careful, because these will fall out, and I can guarantee that it'll go down there, which you ain't going to be able to get back out once it's in there. And I know people are going to slate me for this, but it don't, I ain't bothered. Do whatever you want, put it in the comments, tell me I'm an idiot, I don't care. If you want to get the fuse box out, literally all you do is just pull it. It's just on these rails and it just pop out. There is actually another one in there. Is it in there? Or where was it? I don't know. But anyway, what I've done with this is I've jammed the wire in the back, as you can probably see. That's literally all I've done, and that goes to my my charger. Now if you have a look at that, it's the 3rd one from the left which I've got it jammed in, but I think it's actually come out. It's just lost connection, so I've just got to push it back in again. I could splice it onto this wire here, but I just haven't bothered. Actually I might do that. Yes, actually. As you can see, I've got the wire there and I've redone it. I've just jammed it in the back. Now from what I can gather, it is actually still fused. I think it's about a 2 amp or something like that. I mean, it's only a very low current. There's the other fuse box. Is there for basically the headlights. That's my Bluetooth module that's connected to the OBD, which goes to here. So as I've constantly got that powered up. Anyway, to get the fuse box back in, oh yes, it does open like that, but to get the fuse box back in, quite literally, is the same as removal. You don't have to take the battery out to get access to this, but it does help because it's a bit tight in here. That's what she said. Oh. I need to get my head down here so I can see like that. Like that. Now someone's going to tell me that is not fused. As far as I can gather, I've tested it positive to earth and everything else, and it still is fused. So it is on the, where is it now? ABS, full pure pump. USB is 7.5, sorry, it's 7.5 amps it'll take. Well, that's a 7.5 amp fuse anyway. So that's all in. Actually, I've not even tested it yet. So when I turn the ignition on, there you go. I put it on there. Yes, we're working again. That's all done. It's a pain, it really is a pain, and you've got to be very careful that you don't cross thread them, go slow with it. So hopefully now, when I turn the ignition on, oh you bastard, I've pulled the bloody wire out when I put it back in. That's because I was trying to do it on camera. Right, I'll redo it again. I'm not going to do it permanently, because actually I might do. I've done it again because it wasn't working, just jamming the wire in. So what I've done is stripped the insulation off that one and spliced it round. And now what I've got to do is put that back in there. It's easy without the battery in. And I'm doing it with one hand again. It's very hard to do things with one hand unless don't be rude. Now that's in. That's like that. That's like that. You have to pull this wire out when you're putting the battery in, and then you shove it back in afterwards. So the battery can go back in. Remember to put the strap around it, the removal strap. There's the battery in. Watch your nuts. I can't put this camera anywhere, so remember to make sure that your nuts are in place before you put it back in. This is my earth wire. I can put that on there, and then I'll put that over the top, and then I'll put my nut on bolt. Tighten that up, and then we can put these wires back in the right place. So there's the casing, the cover goes on properly, and then we can put the positive on. Can do these up, just pinch them, you don't have to tighten them, you know, fully. It's just to make sure they don't bloody come off again, that's all. Sorry?
You talk with who?
I talk camera! That's the trouble with doing videos like this. Everyone thinks you're just talking to yourself. Let's put all the caps back on. The back side has to go in first by the looks of it. And then it just clips in. What I'm going to do is turn this on. Taking the piss. Oh, I pulled the bloody wire out of the knot. Oh, why wasn't that charging? It's working now. No, it's not working. We've got a loose wire. No, it's working. People are taking the piss out of me. These are red because they're my close-up glasses and I can see what I'm doing close up. I got them red purposely so I don't just say, oh, there they are. You know. Anyway, look, ignition on, and it's working. How does it get so dusty? And I've not been through any dusty things. I've got to get my tax as well because that runs out in the next week. 18 quid. Road tax and insurance. Third party insurance, like the compulsory insurance, is £18 a year. And I do have extra insurance for fully comp. But anyway, I need to put some pressure in the tyres and then I'm going to get it washed. Anyway, I hope you've been educated. So now you know how to bodge your wires in your ADV 350. And it's probably the same as the 160, I don't know. So I'll catch you next time for the next DIY bodge job. Although it's not a bodge job, I've done a proper job this time. The only thing I haven't done is soldered the wire on. But it'll be fine, everything's fine. This is Thailand, you do what you need to do. I have got a soldering iron, but I've got nowhere to power it. And the owner's missus there is standing looking at me thinking, who the hell are you talking to, son? Catch you later, chaps and lasses, if there are any. Enjoy life, keep smiling, do what you want to do, and bollocks to what anybody else thinks.